Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Divisional Round matchup, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. A quick throw caught by Rice. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Rice with a nice catch, and he had to be happy on draft day. I would say ecstatic, getting a chance to join the Kansas City offense. And you know what? Kansas City was awfully happy to get him too. A physical guy who can go underneath and inside, take a hit, and make the catch anyway.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit again.
Travis Kelce. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Right at the 30.
Take right open.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of their stride?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Go, let's go.
Now Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 33 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. At their own 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball into 32. It's 2nd and 2. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Hey, run!
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
All right, here we go. Done.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On first down, it's Knight. 20, down to the 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Zonovan Knight, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, That's what they could be facing the next time they get.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. They'll swing this out to Tony. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
They're going option play on third down. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
28, Jaguars nothing.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second and a couple. Now Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
11.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
4 yards.
Here's Lawrence.
Second and 6.
Open man right side is Ingram. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's
Hey,
a
gun,
gain
gun,
of 8.
gun, gun.
That's good.
Lawrence.
Jaguars.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
Again, it's Lawrence. He completes it to Jones. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Lawrence will throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 32 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards that time.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Knight. Now inside the 25. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Zonovan Knight with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Jaguars 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, easy, route.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now, after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacted the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Beathard. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Beathard. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach
is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt.
Report.
And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They'll throw here. Beathard. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Room to maneuver at the 35. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk 72 yards. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
McManus's point after is good, and that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
43.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll set up a throw. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Up the middle they go. Knight, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. First target, first catch, and a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
3rd and inches.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line.
First down, Chiefs.
Attack!
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Jaguars 17.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Now he's loose at the 40. inside the 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
15.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger.
And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't...
Back now in Jacksonville. And this... out so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw is Beathard. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Beathard. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown. Bam Knight from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Lawrence going to move him around a bit. Now Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point from McManus is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelce. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now here's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Knight. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Zonovan Knight, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't, and also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Knight, and that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now they're in the hurry up.
23 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it here. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
23 yards the pickup there. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Again, it's Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Go. Silver.
A final shot now for Lawrence. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of